Hi, this is Lakshya Raj Anand. I'm a director and writer, and you're watching me on WebFare.live. I started assisting Kabir Khan first when I came here. I was studying at Georgia Tech in America, born brought up in Calcutta, and then I went there after for college, and I was doing engineering. Post that, I came back to India for a summer, and I told my dad and my parents, who freaked out, and they didn't believe me first that I want to be a filmmaker. I landed an interview at Yash Raj Films, and they were looking for an AD for the film New York. I met Kabir and I started talking to him that, this is what I do. And the next thing I know, he was like, why don't you come, assist me. Post New York, everything changed. Once I think that movie released, then you start getting into the industry, then you start getting more work. So I was offered The Trip, which is a web series. The good part was that they just gave me some freedom and they were like, okay, just make this show about 4 girls. And we took it from there. Feature films in Bollywood take a long time to happen, and it's a thing where the actors, their agents, the producers, the studios, where the money is coming for, the distribution, the release, all have to connect at one point. So it's not just about the story and getting the cast right. A feature film takes that amount of time and patience for it to happen. Web, on the other hand, right now at least, the market is so open and everyone wants to make content and is hungry. Web was giving me that space to say the stories actually how we live, like it's from the age of 15 to 30. Movies are not catering to the college crowd or saying younger audiences, which web is. So somehow web series allows us to just talk about our relationships and our friends and stuff like that, which is an expression that, it was easier to shift to. Girls are very difficult to direct. You put 4 girls in a room and it will be difficult, but that's what we wanted from the cast as well. We wanted them to be different so that we get drama. Why girls have it, I feel there's the idea that from Disney, Siddharth and Saurabh came. In their market research, they found that girls are a more loyal audience online. Girls show a lot more love. So they had this idea already that no, we want 4 girls is what they want to make it. But post that conversation, when I came on board, I said, like, honestly, I don't treat it like girls or boys. For me, our idea for Trip was the friendship bond. We made a conscious effort to not have any thing that are just for girls. We wanted them to just have fun, to be themselves. Play yourself, play a better version of yourself, and keep it as honest as you can, and let's see what comes out of that. And I think that energy that came out was something that excites people about Trip still today. I'd have to say that I directed this with all my friends. It was honestly like someone is paying me to go out and hang out with my friends and be the leader and tell them what to do. And that was a lot of fun. The bonds that we created after Trip is, I think, the best part for me. When working on films, as an assistant director, you are more of a producer's person than a director's, because the director is the creative person, but the producer is the one who's paying the money and you're scheduling and you're making things happen. That's something which when you learn on these films, that no matter what, like even if the actors are injured or like broken a leg or broken something, they take injection shots and they come back and work. The show will always go on. So similarly on web series, we realize even though we don't have the budget or anything in that space, we do have to make something because 10 episodes have to come out and they're releasing next month. So the show has to go on. That's the basic learning that, from an AD that I got to becoming a director here. The major similarities are all the same. Like If we have to just talk about the logistics, we have to hire cameras, lights, actors, cast, call sheets. The same thing happens in a movie that happens in a web series as well. The difference does come in when when it comes to writing or pre-production, you know that a film has 1.5 hours or 2 hours and has to have a character arc to end it, while a web series has episodic. So that format changes between film and web series, but if it just in terms of shooting style, it's the same. Web series has a lot more freedom, for sure. The favorite part is the expression that you get to create your own content and you get to say stories that are around you. And the other thing is that with making a web series, as soon as you put it up online, you know whether you've done bad or good. Web series takes away the fact that you're selling tickets and you have to make, you have to put it on theaters. How long will it run on theaters? No one is going to take my content out of YouTube, the theater will stop running that, but they will still have this, watch it on YouTube. So that aspect, that web series are going to live longer, is a good feeling, The motivation does come sometimes when I have, like, if I can be honest, when I've been like, okay, I give up, I don't want to do this, it affects my work only, because it's the director's name is there and he made the scene badly. I realized that the motivation comes from when things are not going your way, you have to make it work. Otherwise, there is no other choice. Otherwise, you are going to suffer at the end when you see the product. Again, like I said, this is going to be on YouTube forever. So maybe, a few years down the line, my children are going to see it and not like it. So that's my motivation, to make sure at least each scene and stuff works every time, even if things don't go your way. It happened in Hong Kong. Actually, was a very, very difficult and easy shoot at the same time. It was easy because we just had 2 actors and they had to perform and this is it. But what happened with Hong Kong, as I said, we had to make, and now I can say it, but they gave us very few hours to shoot and no permissions to shoot. You only have 10 hours in the whole day to shoot, including travel time. They were like, no, we don't have permission. I was like, we're in Hong Kong, everyone has a camera here. Just no one's gonna know we're shooting. So we started hiding and shooting, honestly, and we didn't tell people that we're filming. We didn't even tell our local crew in Hong Kong that we shot without permission. There was a part in episode 4 where they're back in the hotel room. I was like, we're living here, just let's shoot here, So that was, it happened in Hong Kong. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't like I felt one day I was working as well. It was like we're just moving on to the flow, and directing that was good. I hope I do more stuff like that. John and me have a good wavelength where we want to collaborate on an action film. We know that because of my experience in Ek Tha Tiger and Bang Bang. And I think he's a perfect action hero, and he'll do justice to, because he's got the physicality and the look, and action is mainly here than the power. So he's got all those things checked out. So we're making a story that is very patriotic and trying to make a good action thriller, which, from scene 1, the ball gets rolling to the end. It's called Attack. So it's a one-day story. And it'll be, let's see how it goes. Future, I definitely want to collaborate with Ranbir Kapoor. I think that guy is like water, and we're good friends as well. So hopefully we do something that excites him and me. I do want to collaborate as well with people who are very dramatic and controversial. There's something inside me that wants to work with Sunny Leon, Rakhi Sawant, and everyone like that, because I think that will make an interesting trip as well. I see the web industry not changing much in the next 5 years, except that I feel lesser money will come into this. Today is a good time to make stuff with good budget. I feel the web, they will attract the crowd and they'll get them in, then they will bottleneck the content, which is why it's something, it's in today's day it's a good time to make it. So if you go through that bottle, it's good. Firstly, content will be king. So if you make something great, then that will always happen. But web is becoming a lot like TV, because that is the format of making stuff that we know how to, unfortunately. So it will automatically get its death, the way, not that TV is dead, but TV for us is dead, but for the rural it's doing really well. So web will same go to, because wherever the numbers are and the masses are, unfortunately they will go there. WebFare.live, it's doing a great job because it's very current, you know. As soon as something news comes out, as soon as we know the news, being in the industry and production, WebFare has it on the next day. So that's good, and they're interviewing very different kind of people in front of, you know, many modes. So I wish them best of luck, and it's a great website.